Hey, Chad Hymas here. Welcome to this week's Roll with Safety Tip, coming to you from Salt Lake City, Utah, the airport here. Welcome back to all my friends worldwide who celebrate safety, trying to reach a culture of zero harm, zero first aids, recordables, lost times, light duties, preventable vehicle accidents, and fatalities. Here's the question that I posed to you this week. What are we really celebrating when we hit a milestone in safety? So most recently, I have been to a few celebrations where we have reached some milestones with some organizations. Translated, we've hit several million man hours without any recordables. We've hit several man hours without people getting hurt, first aids. We've had pockets of excellence in certain organizations that I'm coaching, that I'm working with. Here's the challenge that I have with metrics. I'm not a big fan of metrics, and here's why. With one of the organizations that we just celebrated a milestone with, just 2 months ago, at one of their locations, we had one of their employees have point-to-point contact with an electrical box. So several thousand volts were sent through this person's hand and out his elbow. So we know that he made point-to-point contact and that he had several thousand volts. It was stray voltage, so there's no way of telling how much voltage went through him, but we know it was several thousand volts. And it exited his body, and he was taken to the hospital, and the guy lucked out. I mean, everything coming back from the ultrasound, from all the tests that they did showed that he was in good condition, and they let him go. And he actually reported back to work that night, which I'm against anyway, but that's not a topic for today. That's a topic for another day. Went back to work that night. So here's the deal. Guy touches point-to-point contact with electrical, with electricity, and it's not a recordable, it's not a first aid, it's not a lost time, it doesn't show up on OSHA or any MSHA reports because it's a near hit, near miss. And so for that, it's not recorded. And we celebrate because we hit a milestone in safety, yet we have an employee that had point-to-point contact. How do we measure behavior? In other words, we're celebrating because we have a number of days. But if you want to get an accurate measurement, metrics, I understand that we got to use them and that we got to report those to those that hold us accountable. And I'm not going to take anything away from those of you that have hit millions of man hours or that have won the Sentinels of Safety because of lack of recordables or lost times. I don't want to take that away from you, but I do want to say this. If you really want to measure the safety of your organization, if you really want to measure the safety of your crew, the safety of your family, there's a dipstick to measure that. It's called Go Undercover. Put something in place where your people are tested. Listen, I know my kids are going to behave when dad's sitting in the back seat watching how they act on a date. Guaranteed they're going to behave. What are they going to do when dad's not there? I want to know that. I want to know people's behavior when they're not around. So a good way to ask yourself this and test this out is to ask yourself this question. Are my people safer when I'm with them or when I'm away? Do people know that I'm out looking for their best interest and their safety, or do they think that I'm there just to collect a paycheck and that I'm going to do whatever it takes to get that job done and do it in whatever manner or fashion it takes to get the job done? Do people produce at their best when I'm with them or when I'm away? You and I should ask ourselves these questions. Those are the true measuring tools of a true organization that reaches zero harm, first aids, recordables, lost times. We have to test behavior, not just count lost times, recordables, and first aids and fatalities. From Chad Hymas here at the Salt Lake Airport, asking each one of you to roll with safety. Until next week, thank you very much.